Hello there, this is Postdoc Chronicles, week 95, I think, and we're gonna be quick because I'm having my dinner, which is American hot dog. Okay, but yeah, so just a quick before the postdoc, I'm done reading Sword of Destiny, book two of The Witcher, which comprised of short stories. I'm now like 20% in book three, Blood of Elves. You know, book two is way better than the short story collections in book one because, in my opinion, they're so personal. You know, like they really talk a lot about Witcher, and I think very key characters have been fleshed out and introduced in a book two that I think will play a role in the series, which starts with book three, which is already a novel, all the way up to the last book. So like things like Yennefer, Siri, and all these things. And again, book two is very, again, because in book one it's like most of the stories are like talking about different adventures of Geralt, but except for the last one, which again is the first time I've seen Yennefer. Most of it are like so he has an adventure here, has another adventure in this place, so they're a bit scattered. But book two, it's very there are still different adventures, but it's very personal. You really see the different people that shaped Geralt on who he would become. And again, it kind of ended in a not really a cliffhanger. It's not like, oh, I want what's next, but you know that there's something that's coming, and that's why like I delved right away into book three, Blood of Elves, and so far book three is very good. But anyway, I also was able to finish Bioshock 1. Again, this game's the entire Bioshock series, all the way up to Bioshock Infinite came out on May 29th, and I finished a Bioshock. Again, I always wanted to play that on my laptop before. I never finished it, but on the handheld here, I finished it right away, and it was very good, man. Like the setting is very good, the story is very nice, the twist was really nice. I was expecting a twist, but not something like that. I was expecting a twist, but the twist was something that I didn't expect, but it's very good. Still, it's not a perfect game. There are a lot of things like I would have loved for them to improve. For example, you have this thing called the Plasmid in your left hand, right? You use your left hand to have this Plasmid. You have these genetic modifications that allow you to like shoot fire and lightning bolts and so on. And on your right hand, you're holding guns. So my question is why can't I like use them at the same time? How come like if I want to use Plasmid, how come I need to like holster my weapon, or I need to set it aside? How come every time I need to use, let's say, a machine gun, how come I need to set aside my Plasmid even though they're being used on two separate hands? So the nice thing about Bioshock 2 is they solve that entirely. Both your left hand you have your Plasmid, and then on your right hand you have your weapon, and it introduces very very funny and very nice combo between mechanical weapons and then your Plasmid stuff. Also, other things that they improve, for example, is that in Bioshock 1 you can like hack cameras, you can hack like turrets, but most of the time it's not like the option is always such that I have to shoot the cameras and shoot the turrets instead of hacking them, because like before you can even hack a camera, it has seen you, and it will call some backups, so like instead of hacking it, I just destroy it outright. In Bioshock 2, it's very good. They introduced this gun that has these darts that will allow you to hack from afar. So if you see a camera, so instead of like shooting it, you have the option to shoot it with a dart, and then allows you to hack it from afar, so that instead of once you hack it, it's now on your side. When it sees an enemy, it will call robots that will fight for you, which is very good. And yeah, and also another thing is the puzzle elements when doing the hacking. It's a bit faster in Bioshock. In Bioshock 1, it's fine. It's like, these pipes where you guide a liquid to flow from one point to another. But sometimes it's time consuming, it kills the momentum of the game. Whereas in Bioshock 2, it's very simple. It's like a very simple timing game. And if you do well, you have like a little extra. In Bioshock 1, there's none. So far, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not yet done with it, of course. But yeah, so far it's very good. Anyway, I'm going to Postdoc. So first, MUED, So Roberto and I had a chat, I believe, last Wednesday. So he walked me through how we would be able to incorporate all the other MUED sub-processes, because so far we're only considering the production of KK gluons, but we want all the other combinations of final states. We want the production of KK quarks. So we want the production of, and in KK quarks you have like a singlet component, a doublet component, and then we want to also to produce combinations of them. So we had to tweak the framework, the setup made by Roberto in order to accommodate those things. So I'm running them right now. The thing is, since we will be considering matching, because that's like one of the new things of our upcoming work, is that not only will we be updating the parameters of MUED, we'll also make sure that we are using matching because of the uncertainty introduced by the cases where you use only Pythia with no matching, right? But the thing is, it takes a while, like when you do matching, it's like you introduce like additional jets, additional partons in your production, so it can take a while to simulate, right? But also regarding our multi-heats project, so right now, like I said last time, we had a review from the referee, so Subhadip was able to do all the changes because like I can't do anything. Like the background samples that I used were on the PC, which is back in Witwatersrand, and the school is not yet open until June 8th, and even then they're opening not like right away. It's like a partial opening of the school, and also so that's why it was Subhadip who did the changes. It was a little bit minor, but it still has a lot of work because he had to change the parameter of the delta R that's being used by Delphis. That's one of the things that was pointed out by the referee. So hopefully, if everyone is fine by it, I think we're only waiting for like one other person, a Christian, to send his approval, and then hopefully next week we can send it again, and hopefully the referee will be finally happy with it, And also the qualification task. So I've been in contact, like again, my like immediate supervisor, technical supervisor, Giancarlo, has been incomunicado since March. So I've been in contact with Iwilina. She's the one assigned for like a lot of software stuff, usually building the night list of the Athena framework, for example. So if there are like specific job options that do not run, I usually go to her, and she taught me a lot of stuff to change it. So she will say, this particular phrase or this particular snippet of code doesn't anymore work in the newer version, so you have to use this particular line of code, and so on. And so the good news is that, except for one, which is a soft QCD production, which works with a standalone Pythia, it still doesn't work within Athena. All the rest I was able to simulate. So I'm preparing right now presentation, so that I'll be doing my first ever update for my qualification task. So I was supposed to do it June 12th. Unfortunately, there's like some other event called PPE or something like that. I don't know what it is. I'm still gonna check it out. But instead of June 12th, I'll be presenting my results, my update, on June 19th instead. So I'm still preparing the slides. So I'll just update because I have an old set of slides that I showed Deepak before. The problem with that is these things are all standalone. These are all a standalone implementation of the Pythia comparison of 8.302. So right now I'm using 302 instead of 301 because there's a newer version of 8.3, and then the comparison of 8 with 8.244 again was done with the standalone setup. And like Deepak mentioned, if it's like a standalone, then it has nothing to do with Atlas at all. Okay, so I have to like make a new set of slides that would be implemented within the Athena framework. Okay, so hopefully maybe early next week I can do the slides. But yeah, my issue is that my laptop is running the MUED right now, and my laptop is very slow right now because it's doing a lot of MUED sub-processes. But anyway, after that, while running the processes, maybe I can already begin filling out some of the information that we need to do in our MUED paper. And then finally, in the checkmate implementation that was assigned to me, Roberto gave me some advice. He told me that instead of like checking the cut flows, he said instead of the cut flows, I can forget about the cut flows, proceed with the exclusions, and check if the inclusions I get with my implementation is comparable with the existing inclusion plots given by Atlas. And if it is, he said it's more important than the cut flow. He said, yeah, it would be nice if the cut flow would be comparable, but if not, then you can check the exclusion instead. So once I'm done running the MUED stuff on my laptop, maybe I can go back to that. So right now, so that's why I'm not like showing my laptop right here. It's just like over there. It's because it's running a lot of MUED stuff. But anyway, yeah, this has been Postdoc Chronicles week number 95. I'll see you next time in Postdoc Chronicles week number 96. Again, I'm gonna eat my dinner first, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye. So I'm gonna finish Bioshock 2 and hopefully these two by next week. Thanks for watching.